episode 66 has landed. Let's crack down to the intro, and let's crack down to reviewing it as well, and I'll tell my thoughts on how much I enjoyed it. But also don't forget to check out my Patreon that's appearing on screen, and also you can find the link down in the video description down below as well. And also don't forget, if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press the bell as well. It goes a long way. But without further ado, let's crack down to the intro and let's hit it, shall we? Digimon Adventure episode 66. Well, Digimon Adventure episode 2020. Digimon Adventure 2020 episode 26. That's what I wanted to say. Landed this earlier this morning, and I have to say this was actually a very interesting episode. Well, the episode continuing on from last week's episode, with them starting to battle Negamon after them defeating Algomon, or Algomon becoming Negamon, or fusing, or whatever. So they start fighting Negamon. Everybody's all in their mega forms and everything like that, and then they start fighting them and everything. War Greymon, the lot. They're just fighting everything, while the kids, mainly the kids in the human world or the real world, start seeing within the gaps the battle between Negamon in a similar vein as a Pokemon. They did against a Pokemon back in the original series, in that kind of vein, and in somewhat vein with also in some veins of Wild War Game as well, when they were fighting the Diaboromon or Diabolomon, depending on the naming that you prefer. So there was a lot of like Easter eggs elements within this series of different parts of the original Digimon Adventure in this episode. So continuing on battling and everything like that, and then they find out that the shell that they were fighting, that they believed was Negamon, wasn't Negamon. It was a shell, like I stated, was a shell, and that shell ended up cracking, and we start seeing the proper Negamon. That was all its tentacles has eyes and teeth, and Negamon has teeth as well, the big black sphere and everything, and that's meant to be the true form. So everybody else minus Taichi, Yamato, War Greymon, Garurumon, Hikari, Takaru, Ophanimon, and Seraphiumon, everybody else got eaten, and they become these digital ghost type things, and they can see each other, but they can hear each other, and they have a feeling that they are there. Then during all this, the kids of the digital world, of the human world, started sending up their hopes. Similar in a way when they were battling Millenniumon, when we had Godramon and Holiodramon fighting Millenniumon, and we saw them, all these lights of hope, just gathering and giving the appearances back to Koshiro and Tentomon, and everybody else got pretty much swallowed, and they just gain their stuff. And then we see one of the most fantastic warp evolution sequence I've ever seen. Beautifully animated, beautifully done. It blown me out of the water with the Digivolution sequences here, because this was like somewhat of a warp Digivolution that I will say it was like a warp Digivolution that is homaging in a way of the PSP adventure game that the West never got. We never got the PSP adventure game, but you can go online, you can find the clips online of all their Mega Digivolutions on there, and you could tell that they've hinted at that because of the way they used their crest colors to warp Digivolve straight into their Megas. So we had Tentomon and Piamon warp Digivolving directly to Hercules Kabuterimon and Phoenixmon / Ho-Ho-Mon. And we got that again with Vikemon, with Gomamon and Palmon just warping straight into there. So once they are all in their Megas, they said, right, let's let's channel these lights of hope. Let's channel these lights of hope and blast them through to Taichi and Yamato. Let's just do it. Let's blast them through. Then Izzy gets, or Kotaro gets, messages from people in people from the real world saying, "You can do it. We're praying for you. You can do this. We are praying to you. We are hoping for you." In a very similar vein in our war game, when Izzy was getting all those messages popping up on the computer when they were fighting Diaboromon back in our war game. And that's where this has really been. It was one of those essences of really harkens back here, and they put everything into this episode, and hopefully next episode as well. But they put everything in this episode, and it's definitely there. It's definitely on point, and it's definitely on show, and I do not regret that at all. But other than that, but then they managed to put all their hopes in, and then we get another beautifully Digivolution sequence for Omegamon. So Taichi and Yamato's Digivices glow both orange and blue, and start circling like it does for their other Digivolutions, and then they link them together by just showing them to each other, and it just there, and then it starts glowing. Then we get like the symbol of Omegamon appearing in the evolution, and then we see like the digital writing just circling around the both, just two sets of those circling around, appearing a body of Omegamon with no arms, and then both the crest of friendship and courage appearing in their respective areas where they would be, and then boom, the arms show up, and then his horns show up, and his cape blasts through, and his claws on his feet just blast through as well. Well, and there we have the Mega Evolution, the Joggerous evolution. I will say Joggerous because even though it was never classed as that, I'll call it a Joggerous. I will call it the Digimon Adventure 2020 Joggerous evolution of these two Digimon forming Omegamon. And then Ofanimon mentions that this is the last hope of the night Omegamon, and it blows me away that this is the full power strength of Omegamon. Remember how many times I've stated in every episode that he appeared in that, or every time that he's going to appear, that I don't feel like he's in his full strength. It's like we had appearances of Omegamon defeating these like ultimate level Digimon or mega level Digimon because they were too powerful, they were too strong of ultimates for them. They weren't megas, but they were ultimates or megas in a way, but they just suddenly appear to the point where Omegamon appears, but he appeared via the combination between ultimates or champions, and I feel like he only gets the strength of the mega via that. So say for example when he appeared during Algamon in the network, he was the strength of an ultimate because of two champions forming, and then he was appearing as the strength of a single mega, not two megas, single mega, against the weird like negative thing that appeared in that fake Tokyo. I can't even remember the name of that Digimon, but it was that thing, and he appeared there after where Grumon and Metal Greymon merged together to make Omegamon, and they fought, and he was at a strength of 1 mega. Now this time it's 2 megas forming Omegamon, and he's still a mega, but he's the strength of 2 of them in one. He is at full capacity now. That's where I'm considering this episode, or this form of Omega. But yeah, so then Megamon just shines and everything, and just starts attacking. That's where the episode ends. Next week is the last episode, because it's titled as a last episode title should be, The End of an Adventure. But this episode had every beat of it being a great episode before the last episode, and it was a lot of service to the fans as well, a lot of little hints of homages that I really liked, and I just loved every bit of it. That that it just shows everything that needed to be shown, and it just is brilliantly done. And I'm not kidding when I say that. It's brilliantly done, brilliantly handled as well. And I just find it just so interesting, so immersive, that they're able to do this in a way that is brilliantly shown. And I'm glad about that. Really great episode. I can't wait to review next week's episode because it is definitely going to be the end of the adventure. I'll probably also do on that week another my final thoughts, because following on that would be Ghost Game's release. I will be doing my first review of Digimon Ghost Game on that Sunday, give you my thoughts on the video and everything, just to give you my thoughts on it and what I think if I'm going to continue on reviewing it. But as of Digimon Adventure goes, next week is the last episode, episode 67. But this week was definitely a nice, fun episode. I really enjoy it. A lot of crisp, clean animation here. It just felt very movie, not quite movie quality, but as much of a movie quality you could get in a TV budget was thrown into this episode. And next week we're going to have a little bit more hints of the our war game style animation by the looks of things in next week's episode. But this has been beautifully animated to, I think, and the Digivolutions, the warp evolutions, the new form of Jogress, as I'm going to air quotation those, was just amazing to a T as well. And I just think it's just so amazing that we've got this as an episode, and it's just really, really amazing that it was just beautifully done. I can't say enough. Like, I will say this, please like this video if you liked it. Just like it, share it with your friends, it goes a long way. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I'll be repeating these again at the beginning and then at the end of this video, properly at the end title cards and at the beginning just before the intro. But I'm also saying here, and also don't forget to comment down below in the video description down below as well. It will mean a great thing to me as well. But this has been a fantastic episode, so get the discussions going. Tell me what you liked and didn't like about this episode down in the video description down below. It would mean great things with me. But I'll see you for my chapter review for Mission Yozakura in a bit. But other than that, I'll see you next time. See ya. What a fantastic episode 66 of Digimon Adventure 2022 was a phenomenal episode. I really did enjoy it. It literally had everything I was hoping for our final episode. The animation was slightly more crisper. It felt a little bit more of a high-end TV episode, and nearly reaching its movie budget of a Digimon movie quality at that. But it just felt really, really amazing and very unique as well. But like always, don't forget to check out my end title cards that are coming up at some point close to the end of the video. Don't forget to check those out. But also don't forget to check out my affiliate links down in the video description down below. Also don't forget to check out my Patreon that's appearing on screen, and you can find that in the description down below as well, and everything. And also don't forget, if you are a return subscriber, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It goes a long way, and I mean it goes a long way. Don't forget to share this video, share it in different groups that you're in, different Digimon groups, share it on Twitter, share wherever you think is worthy to be shared, just to get it out there and everything. And if you're new here and you actually reach to this bit and you reach to the end, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, press the bell, and then click all to keep notified for all my future videos in the foreseeable future. But other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya.